good morning, good afternoon, or whatever time it may be where you are. This is the Experts About Nothing podcast. I'm your host, Wesley, and we have returned. Brant, man, how you living?
Hey man, it's Tuesday, man. I hope y'all fellas been out there dominating. I hope our listeners been out there dominating. It's another Tuesday. I told the fellas earlier, hope they beating the brakes off Tuesday. So I hope that's everybody's reality today. And folks, we got less than a month, so get ready, get ready, get ready.
Byron, man, put the cards up, man. How you living?
Hey man, it's just I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm focused right now.
Yeah,
I was trying to build something with the cars, and they just kept falling down.
damn.
I can't do more than one thing at one time, so I shouldn't be doing more than one
It's,
thing at a
it's
time.
all good, regardless, man. It's all good. We made it back to another Tuesday. We co-host Short. I'm sure he'll pop in anytime now. Um,
Co-host.
yeah, man, we missing one. He'll join us soon. I mean, we ain't seen him in a week or two, but
Or two, yeah.
yeah, I'm assuming I'm sure he's watching right now. He's gonna pop in like the Kool-Aid man, but it's all
Do we
good.
need them?
Hey, man, Durante be playing jokes sometimes. He here, I think. But anyway, um, well, man, let's get into this show, and I guess we'll talk about these football teams. So, y'all want me to go at first or last? Y'all tell me. We talk
Look,
about
you
these
spoke
just
first.
now.
You
We
spoke
talk about these
first,
just
man.
later. All right.
Go
Well,
ahead.
my team is in turmoil. We didn't fired our coach. We went all the way to London and lost the game. Aaron Rodgers' ankle might be messed up. It ain't looking good for the gang green. Um, it seems like Woody Johnson had enough of Robert Sala, or maybe Aaron Rodgers had enough of Robert Sala. Time will tell on that. But if you're part of the Jets fan club, it's not a lot of us, but it ain't looking as hopeful as it once was. Some people had us on a Super Bowl run. It's looking like we might just be on a draft pick run, but we'll see. But yeah, that's the Jets recap. I guess if I didn't say already, we went to London and lost to the Vikings in a game that we definitely had an opportunity to win. But whatever. Byron, man, what about the Eagles?
You know, bye week, man. Ain't nothing we can speak on. So we was
It,
0 for 0.
I heard y'all fire somebody, let somebody go that y'all signed or
Devin
something.
White.
Yeah.
We let Devin White. I thought it was a good pickup in free agency. I guess we're gonna let Dean rock out, but he missed 50 tackles against the
Mm.
Buccaneers. So I don't know, man. I'm lost. They don't let a dude play not one snap. Sign him to a big contract.
Mm-hmm.
Release them. I feel like we got something in the works.
You feel like you about to bring somebody else in there?
Yeah, I feel like you go more Khalil Mack.
Mm.
I mean,
Okay.
that's shop talk. That's what I'm hearing through the grapevine. But I mean, that's a good pickup if we do get him.
I
I
mean,
feel like
yeah, that'd be a
he's
good pickup.
serviceable for about a season or two.
That'd be a good pickup. I don't disagree.
Well,
Uh, anything else with your boys you want to talk about?
I mean, so we getting our team back in place. I mean, we've been hurt these last couple of weeks, so we got AJ coming back, Smitty coming back. Um, corners are getting healthy. We got a safety back, so I mean, we're starting to look all right, look decent.
Hey man, well I like that for y'all. I guess one of the teams in green need to do something. It might be yours again, but we'll see. Brant, man,
Yeah.
how about them boys?
Man, don't nobody want to talk about winning by the skin of their teeth 2.0. Here's the thing. If the Cowboys had played, and this is not a knock against Pittsburgh, so please, Steeler fans, don't take it this way.
Uh-oh.
If the offense of the Pittsburgh Steelers was more lethal, the Dallas Cowboys would have lost that game easy, easy money, easy money. The mistakes that Dallas made on the offensive end, and the random periods of time in which the Steelers seemingly could get down the field with reckless abandon, right? Like just marching down the field. I think if you had a more high powered offense, I think Dallas would have lost that game. But because, and this is not a knock on Justin Fields, but just because Justin Fields didn't play lights out, I think it gave Dallas a chance to come down the field and do what they did. But make no mistake, if this had been, you know, a bona fide from last year, a team that's got continuity. Because again, remember, Justin Fields just got with the team in the offseason, so this is only his fourth game as the starting quarterback for the Steelers, right? So there's that, right? The fifth game. But when you look at it like that, he's still building chemistry with these people. And remember, prior to the preseason wrapping up, we weren't sure who was going to be the starter in Pittsburgh. So again, you play a team where the people have, synergy and there is commonality through the offense. I don't think Dallas wins that game. I'm gonna be real honest with you.
I mean, they had their chances. They had their chances. How you feeling about old Jerry and all his tomfoolery? What you feeling about that?
Well, y'all already know I'm on the record about Jerry Jones. I ain't gonna tell nothing else about that man. Hey, Lord, when you're ready for him, come get him. I don't know what else you want from me. He won't retire. He won't step down. Okay, Lord. Hey, well, we're in your hands.
Hey man, he said, "No, I'm here. I'm here for the long haul, baby." He said he out here getting all the talent y'all probably don't need, but
Well, sir, excuse me. Where, pray tell, is the talent? I can give you about 4 names that I think are talented on this team. And then after that, I got to squint real hard, but okay.
Well, when you and I talked about it, but I wish y'all would have kept Gilmore. I know that for a fact.
I'm hurting about Stephon. To me, I told you, because you didn't know what you had with Diggs coming off an injury. To me, you keep Gilmore because it gives you continuity and it gives you a spare, right? So you can, and like I told you, that would allow you to mix and match on and off the field. So like if before Duron got hurt, you could say, okay, all right, Duron and Diggs, y'all start. And then you'd be like, okay, y'all play a series. Okay, this next series, Stephon, you go out. And, Diggs, you come to. But it gives you an ability to have another guy to step in that's a veteran guy that can add. So if you do have to have a next man up kind of mentality, you're not missing a lot on the field. You would have to lose 3 really good corners for you to really be like, oh, shoot, we're really in real bad trouble. Dallas didn't want to make the investment, so they didn't. And especially after Gilmore gave them, I think, a really great season coming into Dallas. So the fact they didn't bring him back was kind of, sad to me. And of course, Jerry's argument is, oh, well, we got to pay CD and we got to pay Dak. Yeah, that's true. And you're going to have to pay Micah. But, I mean, I'm not saying you have to sign Stephon to a long-term deal, a season or 2, probably $5 or $6 million. That's probably all Stephon really was looking for. He already was with the team. He wanted to come back. But, you can lead a horse to water, Wes, but you can't make him drink.
Well, Jerry might make him drink something else. He may be part of the Diddy gang for all we know.
Well, he out here just hollering people's measurements for no reason. So hey, I wouldn't be surprised.
You know a little bit too much about people. That's the only thing I know.
And now I'm gonna be petty. And the drugs that apparently was in the oil, I mean, that's something from Jerry's time back in the day. He about bad as Bill Cosby and the Quaaludes. Yeah, with them ancient old school drugs.
Yeah, somebody put him on to it. One of them old schools put him on to it.
Yeah.
So hey, man. But regardless of all that, did y'all have any games that y'all enjoyed? Y'all want to talk about any highlights from the NFL before we close out that? I mean, I feel like y'all should probably talk about the Commanders. I mean, since they, running up y'all's situation over there. Nah.
Listen, I'm gonna say this for the both of us, and then I'm gonna get Byron's take on it. Washington, we see what y'all made of when we meet y'all. We not these other teams. It's something. Listen, the Cowboys could be 0 forever, but let us meet a team from the NFC East. And Byron always says, we get up. It don't matter how trash we are all year long. We find a way to get up for each other. We could be garbage. Well, let us see one of them in division rivals. We could be 0 forever, and then Philly come in all of a sudden. We're a good team. If we ain't but good games again, we good for no reason at all. So until the Commanders beat Philly or Dallas, We got to see.
Okay, Byron.
Same here. You know what I'm saying? You just never know. They doing what they supposed to do, man. They young, so so they running up the table right now. But I mean, we'll see. We'll see when they start facing teams in the East.
Okay.
Besides the Giants.
Yeah, throw that little shot in there, huh?
I mean, the Giants. The Giants are the Giants.
Speaking of the Giants, and I wish Durante was here. I was hoping he's gonna pop in, but old Trevor Lawrence got a win, huh, Brent?
Hey, yo, listen. The wildest part about it, right? So they beat the Colts. For those that don't know, now the Colts. My mom is a Colts fan, but it's so funny, Byron. We're riding up. We went to Potomac Mills over the weekend to get us some kicks at the Nike store. So we're riding up, right? My mom. I told y'all the other week. My mom has this real hateful relationship with Trevor Lawrence. She can't stand Trevor Lawrence. So I'm like, yeah. We was talking about. I asked her why she didn't watch the podcast, and I was like, we talked about your boy Trevor Lawrence, right? So my mom says nonchalantly, yeah, Trevor Lawrence ain't won a game yet this season. I looked at her. I was like, well, the key operative word here being yet. And so then she went to check the score. My mom was hurt. She was big hurt. She said, "Oh, I know not." she,
Yeah,
she was big
tough.
hurt.
So,
My boy ain't won a game all year. He got one now though.
then so y'all drove all the way up there to get some kicks, man. It must be nice, man.
I mean, I had a little time, and your boy had been back in town a little bit, so yeah, I
Look,
took my mom.
been back in town.
I took my mom. As you like to say, by something a little slight. Ain't nothing. It's a little slight.
Some slight,
Yeah.
Little evening trip,
Yeah. We was back. We the same day. We went up early and came back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Taste some
Brent.
different type of food.
Well, yeah, we did do that. We did do that a little bit. Yeah.
Brent probably had about 700 miles he done traveled. So,
Yeah, I mean, shoot. Yeah, if you count to
and
the
I
business
am,
tripping back,
and
yeah, that's an
I.
easy 7 right there, plus another 160. So I mean, shoot, we talking like 1,000 miles in the last week. Your boy been making moves.
Yeah,
Yeah.
why that mall though?
Oh, so my mom wanted to, because so we checked out. So there's two types of Nike stores they have. They have the factory stores, which sell in like their current line of stuff, and then they have the clearance stores, where sometimes you get a slightly better deal. Now, for folks that don't know, the factory stores have clearance sections. Because my mom was like, "I want a nice pair of shoes, but I'm not trying to pay full ticket price." She's like, "I want to see what's available." So when we were in Baltimore, I know now I'm just throwing things out, but we was in Baltimore like a month ago. We stopped at the clearance store they had up there. So I was like, well, and we were originally going to go to the one in North Carolina, the regular Nike store, because we don't have one in Charlottesville anymore. They closed that one. So, and my mom has been to the one in Charlottesville, so she's familiar with the store. But anyway, I was like, well, Ma, they got sometimes some better deals on the shoes because at the end of the line, I was like, you might can come up here and get some, because like Holly got some slides for our vacation coming up. Ironically, Wes, I didn't pick them out. Holly picked them out. I got another pair of slides that when we went up here to Potomac Mills, my mom had all kinds of options. So and to me, the one in Potomac Mills is probably bigger than the one in Mebane. I just based on the looks. So it was that, and then my mom was like, "Well, I haven't been to Potomac Mills in like 20 years." So I was like, "Oh, well, cool. I get to take you to a place you've been, but it's changed drastically since the last time you've been here." But really, it was just because of the clearance store. So she just wanted to see what her options were about, getting something stylish, but also, kind of staying under budget, because she was also looking at the clothes and stuff too.
So you might as well went up to Tyson Corner, man.
Well, yeah, but Potomac Mills was a thing. She was like, "Hey, I've been there," so I was like, but this thing don't look like it looked when you went back in the day, man. Like it's night and day. It was so funny. Like we got into place, right? My mom was looking around. She's like, "This the same mall?" And I'm like, "Well, yeah. I mean, they didn't change some stuff, but yeah, man, it's the same mall."
Yeah, Brent, that back in the day hit different now because we done got old.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny because I remember when she made the trip, because she and my grandma went up like post Thanksgiving, so it was like a Christmas trip. They went back and bought a whole bunch of stuff. They actually this was back in the day when you would go places on like a charter bus to shop and stuff, which I guess some people maybe
them shopping trips that them folks used to go on. They still do that. They still do that.
Oh, okay. So my mom and my grandma went on that, so it was funny because I was like, y'all rode a charter bus. I was like, you riding in style. And I didn't tell you this, Wes, but we drove her vehicle. So we in the caddy, so we in the wind. And I tested her maps and stuff out too, because I was like, "Ma, you ain't never went nowhere to test your maps. I'm like, how you got maps and you had to pay for maps? Like, it ain't like me and you, you know. Well, you're different. I had to do some things to get my maps to work in my SUV. I'm like, oh no, you blessed with maps at work. I'm like, you ain't never even tried them. Let's see what they do. So anyway, yeah. So it was a nice little trip. Me and her and Holly went up there, and it was nice.
Yeah. We GM out here supplying maps. We out here. We gotta buy them, but it's all good.
G
It's all good.
supplying maps, but can't put light bulbs in for you. Okay,
Look, man.
That's tough.
Look,
okay.
man. Look,
I
man.
talk about a $1,200 voucher. $1,200 my foot.
Hmm.
Byron said, I don't buy these American cars. I don't have these problems.
I do got American car.
What American car you got? Yeah.
I got a Chevy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Every car I've seen you in has been non-American.
Now, just for the record, let's be real clear, because this man just told us he got a Chevy. I ain't seen Byron in the same car 3 times yet. So he be talking about me. He be talking about me. I ain't
Yeah.
seen this dude in the same car 3 times yet.
Hey, you gotta switch up on them. Can't let them know what you got going on.
Byron say, I found a deal, you know.
I found a day at the auction, baby.
And look, ladies and gentlemen, let's be very clear. My man ain't pulling up in no junk. Everything my man drove has been nice. I know he had some stuff he had to do to some of them, but like just on appearance wise, like the way it pulls up, my man ain't coming up in just hunks of junk. So like, don't let him play y'all. My man
Yeah.
pulling up in different whips.
Yeah, this ain't the junk auction, you know.
Yeah.
Found a deal, found a deal, buy one. See, that's when you know you got money. You know, you just see something and you say, "Yeah, I want it, I got it."
A little flip.
At the car auction, by the way. Let's be
Yeah.
clear, because y'all be playing me about being at the grocery store. My man just goes to the car auction and be like, "Yep, I want it."
Yeah.
So, just so you know, we do travel in similar circles out here in these streets. You know, they try to play me.
I mean, but Wes, my man is flipping the vehicle with an attempt to create additional revenue streams. You just telling him to throw it in the bag. Now, I mean, I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
not in your pocket, so I don't know if you create additional revenue streams that I am unaware of, and potentially that might be the case. But Byron is spending money to make money, and you just be spending money. But then you talk junk to me about eating Five Guys.
Big
I mean,
difference. Big difference,
Wait,
Wes.
wait,
Big
wait, wait,
difference.
wait, wait. Byron still got a. Well, I don't know. Did you ever sell that car? That
Yeah, I
Hyundai?
sold it. I sold that probably about 3, 4 months ago.
No, I won't. That it couldn't have been that long ago.
Yeah, it was. It was. I think it was like March or April. Because remember, it sit for a year at the dealership.
Has it been that long ago? Maybe
Yeah,
my
bro, it
concept of
been that
time.
long. Yeah,
Maybe
your
my
concept of
concept of
time is
time is
off.
trash.
I know it was like March, April when I sold that car.
I thought March 8th was when we went to go work on that car.
Nah, we went to
God,
go.
dog.
That was like summertime. Last summertime, we was working on that car.
that sounds right, Wes. I think your concept of time a little off, brother.
Yeah,
Well,
should
I
be
mean,
life just be going so fast. Like it do feel like it didn't. We were just like so we were just doing it. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Because I think Byron and I have met each other up for different things. I think 3 or 4 times since then. Because I remember when he pulled up in it, and then Wes was telling me y'all had to do some stuff to it. But yeah, it's been a minute. It was like it definitely was like last summer when Byron picked it up.
Yeah,
I believe
yeah.
y'all. You know, like I said, my concept of time is about as good as my memory, obviously. So it is what it is. Hey, we just get by. But anyway, man, y'all be keeping track of these hurricanes, man. It's been crazy out here, and it seems to be only getting crazier, man. Look like Florida finna go for a ride. It looked like, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, I feel bad for the victims because not just from the money standpoint, of course, people who lost family and stuff like that, but for them to only get $750
Whoa! Don't
for
do
that,
that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't believe the false information hype that's out there, bro. It got you. Brand, break it down to them. Come on.
First, let's start with this. And there is a place you can go look this up. Prior to the hurricane making landfall, the president of the United States asked the United States Congress to authorize additional funding. And I want you to know that people from Georgia, Georgia got hit by the storm a little bit, didn't they? People from North Carolina really got damaged as a part of the storm. People from Florida took some hits. They voted against authorizing additional funds up front. And now they want to play the blame game on the back end. Now, Byron, to your point, do I feel bad for those people? I absolutely do. I really feel for them. I feel for them because they don't have no control. But when you vote for elected officials who go to Washington or go to your state capital and play games because of politics with your life, with your livelihood, with your family and your community, this is what you get. And then you try to turn around. And what it is they can't take ownership of the fact that they said no. So what they do is they point at the one person that allegedly is in charge that's signing the checks. But Joe, despite the fact they call him a doddering old man, he told them people, we need to authorize more money because this storm, if it's as historic as they say it is, they're going to need more assistance. And they said uncategorically, no.
But also understand that these people are not just getting $750. Like that's not what they're getting. That's what they're given initially for the folks that can available to sign up for it to get right up front aid. There's a lot of aid that come in behind that. A lot of aid that comes in behind that. It involves, your insurance filings. If you have insurance and all these things, you make all these claims and then you get assistance from that. So it's not just $750. I get out my face. That's all I'm giving you for everything that happened to you. It's a federal emergency, so they're giving people stuff up front to get like water and toiletries and different things. Maybe get into a hotel or something to get you going. But it's not. That's not where it stops. It's not where the bus stops. But it's misinformation out there that is explaining it like that. It seems like you may have got that information. That's not what's happening. But
But
go ahead.
yeah, but the 750 is what they got though, right?
That's what they're available to get at the start. Yes, but that's not where it stops.
I think no. This is what I was saying. I think it should be more.
Well, they tried that, but that's what
I,
Brand was explaining to you.
that's the part I was explaining to you. They
Yeah,
wanted
yeah,
to.
yeah. I get that. So I never said they was gonna get. So they didn't get more.
But you was like to only get 750, and I'm like, no,
Yeah,
that's not where
yeah.
we at.
At first, like I'm saying, like initially, like with $750, like you just lost everything.
Well, I mean, what do you? Okay, but think about it like this: it's $750 for what? What are you gonna use it for? You can't replace your house for it. You just for you to
I
get
mean,
like things right now.
I
You
mean,
need to
you probably
survive right
travel.
now.
I mean, you probably have to travel. Family, you might have to. Let's say your family stays in Texas. You
Okay,
got 3 kids. You got to take a plane. You got to go to the airport, probably 3 miles. I mean, 3 hours away. Drive. Get on the plane. 750 ain't gonna really cover that price, you know.
it's just for your initial survival, bro. That's what it's there for.
Yeah,
It's to get you through. It may not be to get you on the plane, but it's to get you through and make sure you're not suffering.
I
I
got you.
mean, it's a lot of people out there that are giving out food. There's a lot of people out there that are giving out water, whether it's from the actual government itself or it's from community members. But there's a lot of folks, obviously, people sending stuff from here down there, because at the end of the day, and this is what people don't like to talk about, when things go bad, America does come together to do things the right way to help people. You let some folks divide you, but at the end of the day, some people really show who they are when they get together and go actually help other folks. Because then, it's not about race, it's not about your financial levels or anything like that. It's just to help another human. And I think that's where we should be all the time. But unfortunately, that's not where some people land most of the time. And then you got the people that want to use this situation for political gains. Um, yeah, they'll help people, but they're also trying to use it to push a point and try to, get some points on the board for their political side. And those are the people. Those are the people you need to keep your eye on, because that's a snake in the grass right there. You know what I'm saying? So watch out for those folks that keep talking about politics when it should be talking about what we need to do to help people. Yeah, that's my feeling on
And
that situation.
I'll add just one thing before we leave this topic. Um, the other thing, Byron, that we have to be very careful about, and I'm not saying these people don't deserve relief. Certainly they do. Many of them lost everything. Um, we have to be careful with government assistance. And the reason being, and I got to say this because the talking political heads spin stories, but don't tell the whole story. Wesley and I, 3.5 years ago, asked this question to each other. It wasn't on the podcast. We were just talking. And when they were giving out, because I hear people say this in this election season, well, Donald gave me stimulus money. Do you want to know why inflation was high for 3.5 years? Because the government heated up the economy by pumping money into the system. Now, again, disaster recovery is a little different. Less people are going to be available to take those funds. But what I'm saying is, if we flood the system with money, we make inflation go up. And then we be mad later because we ain't thinking about it at the time. We got this, $1,500 check and another $1,500 check and another $1,500 check. So we done made $4,500. When we done spent it, we done blowed the dough. But now we're mad because the cost of everything went up. Meanwhile, we are the reason. I'm talking to myself as well as the rest of us. We are the reason that the economy got hot because we put all that money into circulation. Now, I understand part of it was they didn't want the economy to collapse during the pandemic. People were without jobs, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But the danger you play, and again, disaster, I'm not taking away from them. They need money because they got to find some place to get their families. I'm not talking, but I'm just saying sometimes we be so excited to get the help, we don't think about the ramifications of it later. And then when later comes, we forgot that what was the genesis of this situation? How did we get here? And then people give us revisionist history. They tell us their own story about how we got here and not the actual truth. And I'm just be honest, we're too lazy as a people to follow the breadcrumbs.
Well, some folks are lazy to follow. You say as a people, I see what you're saying.
As a people, I'm not saying all of us. There's a section of us that understood. Okay, because again, you and I, we're not economists, right? But I asked you, I was like, Wes, or they just pumping the system full of money, and you were like, right. I was like, where the money coming from? It's gonna raise a deficit. Well, guess what, baby? It raised a deficit. I was like, Wes, if they heat up the economy, inflation, the dollar ain't gonna be worth nothing. And Wes was like, you're right. And guess what, y'all? We had to spend quite a bit more to get the same products we were getting. Now, some of it was supply issues early on, but eventually that tampered down. So between the greed of the businesses, which is part of it, and then the hot economy because of the influx of money, right? We created our own problem, but then we got mad and wanted to blame other people. And I'm not knocking Donald for doing some of it because I understand that we needed to do something to keep the economy from collapsing. I respect at least that piece of it. But we can't turn around and blame it on Joe because this started with Donald and it was an attempt to keep everybody afloat. But now that we're on the back end of it, we want to be like, this is a Joe Biden problem. Well, that's not fair to Joe.
Like I said, taking all the politics out of it in general, we got to remember that this isn't the first time we've dealt with a hurricane. We've dealt with several disasters of this sort before. Not necessarily on this. Well, actually, it has on this side of over here of the United States, but everybody remembers Katrina, and so remember that a lot of money went to the. I mean, obviously, it took a long time for them to recover, but so when you like I said, when people go on about this 750, and they also some of them talk about when you have money for this group of people, or you can send money over there to these people. Well, basically, I mean, FEMA pumped a lot of money into New Orleans for different things, and I'm looking at this document here. I mean, you got 2.9 billion given through FEMA's individual assistance program. You got 320 million for their disaster unemployment assistance. There's another 7 billion that was given through FEMA's public assistance program to support the rebuilding of public infrastructure, which was to the state of Louisiana. Now, the government has pledged to cover the expenses for everything that's going on. So there's a pledge already out there to take care of these people. So don't let, like I said, don't let the political people trick you, because that's what's going on. They just throwing things out there to try to, say that the the current regime is not taking care of people, because that's what they want you to think. But it's a mind game, and like I said, this shouldn't be political at all. It should be just, hey, let's take care of our Americans. Let's get these people straight. And yeah, we got people that are raising money that want to give people instant relief, and everybody wants this instant relief. But hey, man, this is not a small thing. This is a multi-state event that wiped whole towns off the map. Like there's a focus there. There's a focus that needs to be. You still got people that don't know where their people are. I
Uh,
mean, it hurts to lose everything. Like I know this personally. I lost my entire childhood. It's all gone. I can't, and it's gone. It hurts to not be able to go look at photos and look at things that you once existed but don't exist no more. But let's not take it. People should not be taking advantage of these people's situation for gains. It should only be to lift them up and make them feel seen and heard. That's where we should be. That's just my opinion. I'm clearly an expert about nothing, but I'm just telling you how I feel. Yeah.
and let us not forget, we've got another storm just cooking in the Gulf of Mexico, just cooking. I mean, um, it is certainly, um, you know, I just unimaginable the type of fear that these people have when they talk about storm surges and things. Depending on where it lands, somewhere in the neighborhood of 15 to 20 feet if it lands one way. This it is incredible, and some people don't have. To Byron's point earlier, some people don't have the means to get out now, which it hurts too. And then to Wes's point, to lose everything and then also still not be able to get out. So now your life and the life of your family is at risk. But of course, you don't have the means to get out, so you can't get out. I mean, there's so many intricacies tied into it that it just, this is not a time for us to be like, oh, well, listen, we're despite what they tell y'all, we are one team. We really are. So because we got lights and running water today, that doesn't mean that we don't have concern about those people that don't. Because just because today we have it doesn't mean tomorrow we can't have a storm dropped on us that wipes our city off the map. And that's true for everybody that lives in this country. Doesn't have to be a hurricane. People that live in the Midwest, tornadoes do that, right? So no matter where you live, there's some catastrophe that could do that to you. So we have to come together as a people. We have to be better than that. And we need to hold the leaders or the supposed leaders, whether they're local, whether they're state, whether they're federal, to a higher standard. We need to demand better from them, because um, anything less than that is just simply just noise.
Yeah, Joe said blue and red should not matter at this point. Melissa said that her sister is in direct hit. Your sister need to leave. I know she not. She doesn't want to, but she should definitely leave where she is. Because that is this is a 100-year storm. A storm like that ain't hit like down there apparently in 100 years, and it's looking pretty rough. I know she not, but she should definitely get out of town.
Oh, she part of it. She part of the structure. Put it up
Well,
there, Wes.
I know she is, but she will have an opportunity to leave. But
So,
there are certain people that are required to assist and evacuate people to their locations and get them in and out. And I know she is a part of that, but yeah, it's a lot going on, and yeah. And I mean, to be honest with you, I know that some people, and this is weird to me, but I was having a conversation with somebody at work, and they had a vacation plan to go to Orlando, to Disney, and they were still gonna go. and ride out the storm. I was like, that's wild to me. Ain't no way you could pay me to go to the state of Florida, right where the hurricane gonna come across, just because I need to go see some things at the Disneyland. Ain't no way,
They must lie to their employer, man.
huh?
Said they was sick. To get those days off. They had to get those days off, bro. They
Well,
lied, so I mean, it
they
had to
they
work.
planned it ahead of time, and they had experienced this same situation. I think last year,
Yeah.
and they were there for a day and had to leave. You know what I'm saying? And then they
Well,
wanted
girl,
to go.
it ain't meant to be. Go to the one out there in the freaking California, man. It ain't meant to be. You should be
Hold
in
on,
California, bro.
hold on. What Joe? Man, Joe, wow.
Joe said it won't be busy. You got that right. It sure won't be.
Yeah. You had the whole thing to yourself. It'd be
Yep.
like the bubble.
Yeah, it sure
Yeah,
will. It
yeah.
will. Except you'll have a whole bunch of debris around you too. Because that's another thing. With this storm is making it crazy that Helene did just sweep by there. Like they did get hit with the last hurricane. I mean, a lot of people talking about the Florida stuff, but they got hit too. And so now it's a bunch of debris on the ground, and all this wind gonna come through there. So you're gonna have nails swinging in the air that are attached to boards. Like there's a lot of projectiles that's gonna be out there. Because I was watching DeSantis on one of the stations, and he was there with his emergency management people, and they were talking about they're trying to get you know stuff in the landfill where it need to be. I didn't want to call it landfill, but wherever they're trying to take it to, and like they're moving a lot of stuff, but like they're not gonna be able to get all that stuff moved, and so a lot of stuff just gonna be on the side of the road in people's yards, and it's gonna get picked up, and it's just gonna be at the location of the accident, whatever it is, the broken windows, whatever, you know, and it's wild in Florida. To live in Florida is crazy. And I get it. I get the appeal of it. But with stuff like this is happening, and I know it only happens during this time of the year, but it's tough to be a Floridian right now. That's the only thing I know.
I mean, you can fly on Spirit there for about $10 now.
Well, hold on. Well, Wild Spirit is still in business because they might be about to file for bankruptcy from what I hear on the street.
Oh, you talking about the
Yeah.
thing they have with them girls or whatever?
I don't know, but I seen some stuff that Spirit might be about to file for bankruptcy. That's all I know. Um, but yeah,
I think it
I'll
was
give.
Spirit. I think it was
I,
Spirit that two young ladies got kicked out the plane for wearing a halter top or whatever, and the folks is unhappy.
oh, Wes knows more about it than I do. I will add this. Wes, you talked about the debris that's on the ground. One other thing for people who've never been to Florida that you might not realize because you can't see it till you're on the ground. I mean, you could see it with a map, but most people aren't zooming in the map like that. Florida has tons and tons and tons of lakes. Like you go to Orlando or
Oh yeah.
Kissimmee, I mean, like there's just random bodies of water, right? So the other thing about it is Florida, and just so you know, because people may not know their geography that well, Orlando is like in the middle, like as far in the middle as you can get in the Panhandle. That's where Orlando is, right? So to be in the middle, they have just as much. They don't have storm surge to worry about. But if a storm were to directly hit Orlando, the amount of rain that they're forecasting would be devastating because Florida already gets a ton of rain, and that's a lot of the reason why they got so many lakes. Those lakes are not going to be able to contain the water, which means they're going to have massive flooding in addition to like coastal areas have already been hit with the debris that Wesley mentioned. They're also going to be waterlogged even more so than they already are. So it is a terrible situation for the people in Florida, and I really feel for them that are back in the path of the storm. It is, yeah.
And Calvin got a point, man. Who out here giving this hurricane old man names like this? That's all. But Kelvin said, "Who gets to name these hurricanes? Why can't it just be a hurricane?" Well, you can't just have a hurricane because if it has a lot of devastation, it has to have a name so you can mark it. So that's why everything gets named. That's why winter storms, which I don't know when they started naming winter storms, because I don't remember winter storms being named as a kid. But that's why they name winter storms like that now too. I don't. They don't name.
Winter storms, ICJ.
All right, they've been naming storms hurricanes since the 50s.
Yeah, it's been a long time for the hurricanes. I remember them being named, but I don't remember winter storms
Oh,
being named.
2012. It's a millennial thing.
I
2012.
know because I remember a lot of people say, "Well, that snow that was back in '95. That's how people would talk back in the day. We
Yeah.
lost power and everything, But then all of a sudden,
The
when
flood back in the 80s.
what even then they would still say the name of the storm. Well, Ivan came through and he did all that and caused the flood and stuff like that. I remember hearing that name. I don't know if there's a hurricane we got hit by.
Yeah. Well, Ivan was more recent. Andrew would be the one from our childhood that would have resonated closer to home, like in the Carolinas.
I'm just remembering old names, man. Like I said, who picking these old names, man? I'm just saying, you ain't gonna. I don't know if you ever see a hurricane named Trevion, but if we ever get there,
It's coming, Wes. We just got to get a little older. Once we get old, then there gonna be a Hurricane Byron. We ain't never heard of Hurricane Byron, but Byron, we gonna be old, and one day this message is gonna pop up on the screen. Hurricane Byron is coming.
They just keep using these old names. They got like Irma and
Byron ain't an old name though. Wesley is an old name.
No, but you didn't catch what I said. I said we gonna be old, so we'll be in the rocket chair old, and all of a sudden Hurricane Byron coming through. I'm like, hey,
Wesley is a well-established name. Yeah, it is. It's always
Hurricane Chris. Make it entertaining.
Hey, well, hold on. We get to Hurricane Wesley. We got some problems. My man, way on down that list. Well, that's 20 some storms.
Yeah, they got what Alpha and Delta at one point in time. So they getting there. I mean, I think they're in the L's right now, right?
We're actually in the K's because Kirk is a storm in the ocean.
Oh, I don't think I heard about Kirk.
Yeah, I looked out there. I was like, James T, calm down, brother, calm down.
So that's right up your alley. Old Captain Kirk coming his way, huh? Is he coming his way? Is he gonna go back out? I
think he gonna go back out. I hope he go on to space. Listen, space is the final frontier, not Earth. Don't come around here. Milton, we didn't want you. Helene, we definitely didn't want you. I mean, at this point, take it all back. But
oh well, I guess if it's Milton, we got to be in the M's then. So,
well, Milton is here, but then there's two other storms that were brewing. When Milton was formed, well, by the time he got to Category 2, we had 3 storms brewing simultaneously in the Atlantic Basin.
Yeah, I forgot. We on Milton, so we about to go on in.
Hey, boy, listen, we ain't trying to get to P. Listen. We got to skip some. Listen, we done with letters. Shut it down. Close the shop.
Unfortunately, this is where hurricane season kicks off. It's kicking off right now. This is your heat of hurricane season. You know what I'm saying? So, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. But I wish everybody well. I hope everybody stays safe and nobody's impacted by these storms too terribly. Hopefully, the folks that are evacuate and get on the road and get where they need to be. Those that can't, I hope you hunker down and stay safe and strong out here in these streets. But with all that being said, we're gonna slide on to the next topic, man. And once again, I know we talk about this every once in a while, but we really got to stop making these celebrities our heroes, bro. They keep hurting y'all's feelings and stuff.
What? What you mean?
Man, y'all folk Cardi B and old Offset back in the news again. Everybody's dream relationship and couple, but it ain't working out again.
Who is everybody? Ain't no way.
Right. Correct. I wanted him to finish that foolishness so I could smack it down.
Yeah, he said everybody like what?
Hey, man, a lot of folks out here that was out here making that couple they idol couple. That's what they wanted out here in these streets. That Cardi and
it's more the dudes than a woman.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah, I mean he could cheat and still keep her. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that was a good situation.
I guess it didn't work out, but I guess that didn't last long. Huh?
She got tired of it. She realized, she got her own money too.
She been had her own money.
I'm just saying, she realized it though. You know what I'm saying? If a woman like you enough, she lie to herself.
I guess that's what was going on. Gavin said, "Haha, relationship goals." It was somebody's relationship goals, brother. I don't know whose, but
yours, Wes.
No.
You pimping like that? You know what I mean?
No.
You want your cake and eat it too.
Well, first of all, if you're
Yeah.
having cake, why would you not eat it? That's just silly.
Well,
I done
first
told
off,
y'all this before. Why would you have
hold
cake if
on.
you can't eat it?
I'm gonna change the analogy. I don't want my cake and eat it too. I want the same cake that I have, and I'm gonna eat the cake I got. I don't want no new cake. I want the cake I got. You know why? Because
Honestly,
I know what's in this cake. I know what's in this cake. And this ain't gonna spring no surprises on me. I know how good it is. I know how much of a slice to get if I want to make it last a little. Listen, you get in trouble when you start playing with multiple desserts. That's how you get messed up.
yeah. My Kelvin said Offset cheat every 24 hours. Latest I heard, they reconciled. I don't know. I heard old girl say I'm out here in these streets. I'm back out here. So I don't know. But they on what
She got
kid
a little
number?
bit too much plastic for me. I'm sorry.
But they on kid number. Well, she been she been I think dissolving some of that stuff from what I
No,
understand.
I'm good on that.
So Cardi B ain't in your cup of tea, eh?
Not with the plastic, man. I don't know.
Well, I mean, you can see her sister Hennessy. She plasticless, I think.
Uh, from what I understand, Hennessy ain't picking up what Byron putting down, and I mean
that's
that most.
that's a whole nother conversation. That's
I
a
mean
whole
that
nother
I mean that
conversation.
most respectfully to Hennessy. I mean no level of disrespect. From what I understand, word on the street is brother Byron can't put down what Hennessy is looking for, and I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yeah.
I believe that as well. But but yeah, I just think that it's interesting that all these celebrities that people be idolizing, they fallen in some sort of fashion. People love y'all boy Diddy, but now look at him out here in these streets. You know
Mm.
what I'm saying?
But
You put them
well,
up on a pedestal. Eventually, it seems like they're gonna fall.
well, that's part of the problem. You operative word idolize. So it is one thing I think in my mind. No, I'm being serious. It is one thing to have a person who inspires you, uh, be it I don't know about celebrity, but be it a celebrity, be it an intelligent person and an expert in their field. It's one thing to have a person to motivate you, right? I don't think we should ever idolize anybody because all humans, despite what we may believe, are fallible, right? We all are imperfect beings, right? So, like, y'all my boys, but I also understand y'all could mess up, right? So I'm not gonna idolize you. I'm like, they my boys, and but like if y'all mess up, I'm be like, I'm gonna try to be the good friend and be like, hey, homie, you're messing up. I'm gonna try to pull you back. Derek Fisher, we're glad to have you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. The sixth man of the year is on the floor. The 5-time NBA champ is here, ladies and
Take
gentlemen.
your time.
Ladies and gentlemen, D Brame.
I wish he stopped lying. But okay.
No, hold on. I gotta address something because some people don't think I be paying attention to shit. It's cool. So the only person right now I like is Brand. Why? Wes don't check on nobody. First, he don't care about nobody's feelings. Byron do, but
Hmm.
then when Byron said at the beginning of the show, "Do we need him?" You right. Do you fucking need me? But I'm here now.
Look, I told him at the
Listen,
beginning of the show you was
That was a
watching,
question.
and my
I know
my
you stop playing with me, bro. I know you look. He said, "Do we need him?" And when he does that, he's trying to look. That's why he's smiling.
That was a question. That was a question.
of course he was trolling, but at the
Oh,
end of the day,
Trump.
where was you at, man? You said start. You said send the link, and I mean it's 10:05.
He
What's going?
popping big boy shit and then can't follow through.
What do you mean? I said, yo, I said send the link.
Yeah,
I didn't give you a time. They just said send the link. Means I'm gonna be here.
you said that
Oh,
last
so
week
yeah,
too.
Oh,
yeah, that's
last
nigga
week. Oh
talk.
no. Oh, last week. Yeah, that we had some. Yeah, that was another day. That yeah.
But then you was like sending
We
it. So I was like, all right, bet.
we
Brain
was
gonna be on time. We're gonna have a good
I
show.
I
I
was
got
gonna
these
try to do it.
plans.
I was gonna try to do it on site, but we had V Dot out there fighting with it. It was that was that fuck that Tuesday. But
Mm.
yeah, so
What about this Tuesday?
we got shit going on. Wes, you know what? Don't worry about it. I'm gonna start calling out. Hey, Wesley fucking Grooms, shut up, don't laugh. Wesley fucking Grooms wants me to be on time for a podcast instead of making money. So fuck y'all. Then who gonna
You look
hire
like
me?
you sweating, Durante. You been drinking beer?
No, you know what I do when I get here? I take a shower. Then I get on this raggedy ass podcast. I love y'all too, but fuck this nigga.
Yeah, the other one. The other
Yeah, go
No,
on.
his
Yeah,
is
that was up there.
one.
his fingers don't work right. I don't know what's going on here because he's
Oh,
definitely pointing at. Anyway, Kelvin said, Sierra back. Woo wee. No wonder Russell can't play no more. LOL.
Nah, them kids taking his talent. That's what happened. Them kids taking his talent. They the monsters.
I was talking. I think I was talking to you, Brent, and Brent
I didn't know
told
my shirt
me
was red.
that Russell was the emergency quarterback the other night. That's insane to me.
I can't make it up. I was watching the cast, and then when Justin got hurt, I was like, oh well, for sure, Russ is finna take the field right. And of course, they show Russ on the sideline, right? So for a moment, I was like, he might try to steal his job back. I don't know what's finna happen. They were like, well, and then here they go. Chris Collins. Well, Russell. Well, no, Mike Tirico. Well, Wilson is the emergency quarterback tonight. I said, the emergency quarterback. This future Hall of Famer is not the second string. He the third string quarterback.
Tough job out here. Byron, what you want to say? You got something you want to say?
Yeah, but is he the first string quarterback?
Clearly, I mean, he's not right now.
Well, Justin Fields was in the concussion protocol, so you would, I mean, in theory, right? Because you don't know if he's coming back or not. You would want to put if you're you come off a loss, right? You're playing America's team. And you're on prime time. You would think you put your second best option in. And just so y'all know, the dude that they put in, that's the Kyle Allen dude. This dude's QBR. His QBR in this full season that he managed to play mostly through is 38.2. You telling me Russ on his worst day is gonna give you a QBR that's that low? That's 13 games worth of film, throwing and all that. Yeah, that man threw for 4,000 yards. That man also stank up the joint. I'm telling you, the man's QBR was lower than low. QBR so low, if it was blood sugar, they had to give him some candy to shock it back up. I mean, I don't understand.
He needs some Sunny D at that point. Ain't no candy on. He need that Sunny D.
But they're gonna have to inject that. He can't drink it. Was it the digestive system they got to shoot that in his blood?
Man, let me tell you, that Sunny D don't take long. My grandma used to hit that, and that sugar come right back up.
Well, I'm telling y'all. So now, Byron, now real talk. You telling me the dude with the 38.2 QBR go give you I know what you say. He ain't the starter. But I'm saying, like, if you didn't know Justin was coming back, let's say they come back from the 10th. Hey, man, Justin gone. He got a concussion, and he out for the rest of the night. You telling me you want Mr. 38.2 to be the guy, or you want the future Hall of Famer to be the guy?
I'm going Russ, baby. Russ.
Durante,
okay.
what Durante?
I'm just trying to figure out if Russ is ready or not. That's all. That's all. I'm just trying to figure out if Russ is ready. He's been sitting behind Justin Fields for a while, so hopefully he's ready.
Oh, okay. So you bring up old stuff. Okay.
What are you talking about? I'm like Byron. I'm asking a question.
Okay.
Well, hold on, Durante.
I'm bad.
Hello, Byron. Byron Durante. Do you have to sit behind somebody if you're already a Hall of Fame quarterback? I'm curious now.
Ask Wes. Oh no, ask Wes. Russ was fine last year, but he's benched now, so I guess he needed more time. I don't know. Ask Wes. My shirt is ripped. Hold on. I think it was ripped that bad.
He's so bad, Durante. Allegedly, he's so bad that they was like, "Oh, he can't be behind Justin. We got to put this dude behind Kyle Allen because
now." Clearly, Byron and I had a point that we were trying to make the last time we had this discussion, and we were clearly talking about rookies and that they just can't come out on the field out here like that. And we said sometimes they need to sit and get their stuff together. This is what we said. Ain't that right, Byron? I thought we made it clear.
I understand all that. Y'all tell me what Mike Tomlin been drinking that he put Russ as third emergency quarterback. Because Byron, that's what I'm saying. Like,
he's drinking that Mad Dog. He out here drinking that old stuff. They're coming back.
Because to me, like, and I'm not knocking.
From Richmond. I mean, he from VA. The fuck.
Is he drinking Mad Dog or did he hit the Steel Reserve? He might have had some Steel
Oh,
Reserve in him.
Nah, he hit that goose.
Oh, no, that
Not
ain't gonna
that
make you
Steel
act like that.
Reserve.
I
It
didn't
ain't
know
gonna
y'all
make
was
you.
drinking that.
That's fight juice.
Hey, you got to be fighting mad to take a
All
Hall
right,
of Fame and tell him he the emergency quarterback.
That's tough.
This man changed shirts and hat. Okay,
I'm just
Durante.
I'm asking for that was I don't know what you want me to do. I said,
I,
hey, is he ready? I said I won't even ask him, but I was asking Wes because Wes he said there's a timetable. So I'm wondering if he's ready. That's all I asked. What's wrong with me asking if he's ready?
Shirt and hat.
What you
That's
say?
funny. I said he changed shirt and hat.
I'm
He the
telling you, man.
AB of the show, dog.
Is that what it is? God,
The
dog.
AB.
That's
He's the
tough.
AB of the
The
show.
show is insane.
Look, man. We all love Durante. We welcome him back to the show and all his greatness. I'm guessing he had to get it off his chest because he couldn't be here last week because he was busy. So he had to
It's wrong for
He
me
rehash.
to
wasn't
be
doing
busy.
nothing. He was at the bar.
It's wrong for me to be busy.
Serving up them, huh? Serving up them drinks, huh?
Yeah.
Nah, I
Mm-hmm.
don't work during the
Nah,
weekday.
listen, my man had me. When the show ends, I got to find out about this VDOT thing because my man said there's fight with VDOT, and low key a piece of me think they had to actually fighting VDOT on the side of the people's road.
Hey, look,
Greg said maybe has a mason jar too.
this been this way, not literally, but it was some words thrown that I'm not in trouble. I'll tell you later.
Okay, we'll catch up after the show. Okay.
I'll
All
tell
right,
you later. That's
we'll
why I was
talk
like,
about that.
Tuesday was not a good day. So I was like, man, fuck that podcast. I ain't gonna lie.
Also, why is it that when you do these things, why can't you like send a message, be like, "Hey, yo,
I
I
was in
just ain't
bumfuck
going.
Egypt. I was
I
in
just
Charlottesville.
Oh yeah, he up there. He
West
in the
want that
state.
communication.
you
No,
feel me? I
no,
really do.
no.
West want that
What,
communication. He gonna
West,
get his communication.
Listen,
West. Have you ever been to
Brand,
Charlottesville, West? Have you ever?
go ahead.
Because I mean,
Your
listen.
supervisor West coming out.
Unless yeah, it is. Unless you standing on 81, because the Charlottesville goes through. You go on 81 through Elliston and Charlottesville. But unless you standing on 81, you ain't getting no signal. The moment you turn off and the bridge disappear and that ramp go behind,
That motherfucker go.
it's gone.
You better. You need two. You need the truck radio, not even two-way radio. Like, yeah, you need truck
I
11. I was on Route 11.
I don't care nothing about all that because he didn't make the attempt. That's all I'm trying to say. He didn't make the
Okay,
attempt.
but Wes,
Nigga, I
Huh?
ain't get home till
hold
like I
on.
ain't get home till like 11:30.
Okay, so let me
Fuck
ask you a question,
y'all.
Wes.
I want to
Hold
go to
on,
bed.
Well,
hold
I
on, Wes.
understand that, but you could be like, "Hey, yo, I ain't gonna make it." A quick
Then now you
text.
want to care about somebody. Now the
Hold
fuck
on.
you want to care about somebody.
Hold on. As a person who occasionally goes to places where I have no signal, Wes, the man could have sent the message when we got the message at 11:30 when he got back to some signal. Then you would have been like, "Oh, he popped up late." Durante didn't explain to you. Nah, I sent that at 5:30, but we didn't leave. We didn't leave Charlottesville until 11.
Brad, that's cute and all, but how did he send us communications in the first place? Because he communicated with us that day.
I
He
didn't go
was
to
on.
Charlottesville until that evening.
I would say
Damn,
he
you
was on
still
his
got
way
that
to
there.
Charlottesville. You could have been on 81 West.
You want me to give you the whole story right here in front of everybody? Because I don't care.
No, no,
Thank you,
no.
Byron. Damn, even Byron get frustrated with the fact that you worried about you even.
You
Hey, what's your Brent? I hope y'all having a good Tuesday, Byron. Yeah, y'all hydrate. Some positive. Here go West. So what time we doing the show? Don't even give a fuck about nobody. But here you are, all of a sudden caring.
So, Durante, what do I say every week? Because I don't think I
what's the
ever
word?
say, "What's the word?"
Thank you. What's the word?
You interpret that to be, "Oh, okay. Am I showing up to the show now?" You can be
We
like,
all
"Hey,
interpreted
man,
that.
I understand you interpret it that way, but
It's
that don't
been
mean that does not mean
no,
that I
fuck
mean it
that.
that way."
No, fuck that. It's been
Hey,
other
talk to
times
me
where
now.
it's been other times where we sat here and have a conversation. You come out of nowhere. So everybody showing up tonight or some along those lines. I take it like that because I never get a hey, how y'all doing? What's the word tonight?
And what's that last part you said?
Hey, how y'all doing? What's the word
No,
tonight?
that last part.
What do you mean?
The last couple words you said. What was that?
You breaking up. I can hear you.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. You
But either
interpret
way,
because you interpret it that way. That's not my fault.
I'm starting to see now,
Because
y'all.
I mean, I say to people all the time, "What's the word?" They don't normally say, "Hey, man, yeah, I can come tonight. I'm showing up tonight." They normally say, "Hey, man, I'm doing all right. What's
Byron got
whatever."
to the point where he says, "I'm good." He don't even care no more. He just says, "I'm good."
Hey, man.
That's why he not saying anything. That's why Byron just like,
Hey, man.
I'm
Sometimes
just,
I'm just
Y'all,
appreciative that
we do
Byron
this
give a
every
response.
week. We do this every week.
I'm
hey,
just
man.
sometimes happy that Byron gives a response. You know what I'm saying?
And
And then when I
another
say
thing,
he's the AB, I really mean that.
I'm an AB.
Yeah, he called you Antonio Brown. Yeah, he said you AB. That's what he said.
How?
But no, technically, if he's AB, he's the reverse AB because he actually came back on the field. AB quit on us. This man was like, "Hey man, life is hell outside, but I'm here."
But he want to quit every week. Think about it. He come in and say, "I'm quit. This is my last podcast."
No, he
That's
fired me every week. That's what
that's
he
been.
do. I've
I've
been
been trolling
fired.
forever.
I've been fired for 6, 7 weeks in a row. He ain't found a replacement
Hey,
yet.
I've been
listen.
quitting for about 8 shows.
Listen. Y'all ain't never seen the quarterback and the star diva wide receiver have it out. The wide receiver telling the quarterback, "Hey, quarterback, like, why you ain't catch that ball?"
Hey,
Wide receiver's like,
Byron,
"You ain't see the people hitting me."
Byron, you see that? Hey, you see that? I'm star
Yeah,
receivers. You can be running back
yeah.
if you want to. You can have that.
I'm Shady McCoy. Crazy work.
I like shit. Hey, I like that. I'm here for it. Crazy work. He said,
Crazy
your
work.
man's over there? Your man, the linebacker? Crazy work."
Crazy work.
Oh, snap. All right, we're back on track. I'm sorry. All right,
Yeah, Devontae, you that dude who get fired and came back through the temp.
yeah, facts. Facts. Did I
Oh
get
man,
fired? Wait a
that's
minute,
the
did I get
that's
fired?
that's them KDC people. Waited, Byron.
Kelly Services. Kelly Services and got you back on.
Hey,
He went through Bright.
did I get fired?
Nah, you didn't get fired. That's not you quit.
When did I quit?
You quit every week.
Look, I quit all my jobs and don't leave. I'm still there. As long as I get a paycheck, I'm good.
Yeah, it be like that sometimes.
I mean, I
Yeah.
can see that. I can see that.
But regardless, uh, yeah, I'm glad you're doing well, Durante. It's good to see you. Glad you
I
made it
never
to the
said how I was
show.
doing. Oh, and the other thing, was it last week?
I don't
You was
know.
like, it was that morning. I said something, and I was like, yeah, somebody stole my phone, and and Wes said, why would somebody
Why
steal
would
your
yeah?
phone?
Why would they do that?
Yeah,
and, just, and just so y'all know,
He live a
I
whole
was
nother lifestyle. He living a whole nother lifestyle, huh? He on the east side.
listen,
I
and just so
said,
y'all,
how
oh,
the Wes? Like,
listen, I
he
had to
didn't even
get petty.
care.
I had to get petty. Y'all know normally I don't get into weeds with these boys, but I had to. I said Wes, because people steal. I don't know.
Bro living different, man.
Yeah, Wes ain't
He
he
ain't close to
said,
niggatry, yo. I mean, so he out the way.
Uh, Durante got like the iPhone XR whatever 2013 version. I don't know.
Wes,
Nobody want that thing.
stop. Wes, you this is okay
no,
now.
fuck that.
Hold
Nah,
on, I got to
you
come
get
out the
that. You
bag.
get that. Because
I
I'm about
got
to get Wes too. Fuck that.
Wes.
Uh,
Now I got to quote Byron. You
uh,
ain't been around niggatry then because I listen. I see people steal the dumbest stuff. So the fact that is it a cell phone? Yes. Do a nigga think he can sell it? The LS is yes. So he gonna steal or she gonna steal. They
I
don't.
just
Wes, they're not out there with technical specs. They're not out there like, okay, I'm analyzing how much data, what's the giga, how many GBs on this, what's the processor. They just like, this a phone. I'm gonna steal this thing.
this is Wes. Somebody come up to me, rob me, look at my wallet. Oh, you got $20 in ones. I want no ones. The fuck?
throw the ones and keep on moving. That's work.
They don't give a fuck. Wes is what we're saying. Like nobody cares. Yo, that's $20. I'm out. Like he said, oh no, I need a whole 20 instead of 21s. What the fuck, Wes?
Yeah, they need that new iPhone 16. They
This has
don't
been
want
the
that
Express
thing.
About Nothing podcast.
That's tough, bro.
And
Wes been on the mason jar before I got in here. I want y'all to know that.
my jaw is I ain't got it in my jaw.
Exactly.
It's in
Well,
the
we
That's
know
what I'm
it's
saying.
empty. You ain't got to tell us.
God damn, bro.
George
What's
said
so fucking logical? Like, what's like, you know what? That bank.
what's wrong with being logical, man? That's what I want to know. What's wrong with logic?
There's nothing wrong with logic,
With
but you live
logic
in a
in certain
you
situations. I'm not about to go be like, no, I don't think they got 20.
Wes.
He got 40.
I,
No, that's a galaxy. I don't want that shit.
oh, okay, Wes. You remember
You gonna hit
last
the
week?
biggest lick you can hit. Why are you gonna hit? Never
No.
mind.
Hold on, Wes. Hold on, Wes. Number one, that's a smart criminal. Not all criminals are smart. Let's start there. One,
but that's why dumb criminals get caught.
That's a bar.
Okay, Wes. Hold on, but Wes, I need to use an allegory from last week. Wes, you told us that you didn't get whoopings like that, right? Because you observed. Okay, I'm here to tell you, for 99% of the rest of the children who are receiving physical discipline in the 90s. Yeah, I could understand if I got disciplined one time about a thing. Maybe I don't repeat the thing I got to whooping about, but I didn't do the same thing twice. I would do something different and get a whooping about a different thing. So I got the same physical discipline, right? But it's a different crime, Wes. And I'm not a criminal, but I was a child. Okay, apply that same mental logic to adults, because you and I and Byron Durante, we all know grown people who have the mentality of children, right? Let's all be honest, right? When you have the mindset of a child, Wes, you're not going to logically think, okay, smart criminals will logically think, okay, I want the biggest haul. I want the biggest lick. Yes. And they're going to plan it out so they don't get caught. But if you are dumb, if you are childlike, you're just trying to get the quickest thing to you. So that's how you get petty robberies, because petty robberies, they're just a crime of opportunity, Wes. When it's a crime of opportunity, you're not analyzing all of the pieces. This ain't Oceans 11, 12, and 13, Wes. This is, this
is Nigga Tree 101. Like, what you want, Wes? Like, damn, Wes.
Well, you just out of touch, man.
I guess so.
On some things.
I guess
somebody robbing the oh no, that car on. But nah, I don't want that. Like a 1999.
What you gonna do?
Whatever.
Like,
what
you gonna do with it?
Drive it.
Cunningham will give you some money. Tell him you ain't got no title and saw this. Get them
$300, $400.
Wes, it's $400 I didn't have to work for other than stealing it. I'm just saying. I'm not condoning crime. I'm just saying, when you think like a child and you're a criminal.
I didn't tell y'all that had some stupid criminals at the bar, but I'll tell you about that later. I'm telling you, last week I was not happy. From Sunday till Wednesday was bad.
I saw y'all made the news about something, which is I can ask you about that.
Not right now.
No, I ain't gonna ask you about it right now, because I can't have you put it out there on the people like that. But it would it almost sound like it might be something you might have said. I got some questions for you. Anyway,
what would I have said?
Don't worry about it. I'll talk about it later. Anyway,
Brent, have you seen it?
See what? Nah, Brent
talking about.
Brent don't know what I'm talking about.
You made the news.
No. He made the face.
I have before, but not like, but in a positive way.
For what?
What was it? That time where
you robbed somebody?
Shut the fuck up! I said positive, motherfucker.
I guess it could have been positive for you if you made some money. I guess.
But I mean, if he made the news, he failed evasion, Wes. So it's not positive. Your logic didn't even work out that time.
I
mean, if it was just like a blur on him on the camera, anybody know it was him.
No, I had a whole interview like a year ago.
Was that the Blue Ridge thing? Sound like it's on.
No. It was the other restaurant.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that one. All right, well,
so you was on there. So you was on TV line, and I missed it. Because that food was trash. That food was.
They were talking
about a good family
and
friends place. Oh my god.
We're talking about shortage of workers in restaurants. So that's what.
Is that why the food was trash? Because
I ain't got shit to do with the food. I don't work there no more. Next subject.
You was involved when we were going by there to try the food, because you convincing us to come by. Hey, look, man,
I gotta promote. All right. You know that rapper whack, but you still promoting them? People out here still promoting? All right.
No, I don't. That's not what
I ain't never promoted not one whack rapper.
But I'm just saying, I gotta promote.
Durante, you had me out here listening to the people out here committing crimes and songs and stuff.
I was trolling.
YNF and Melly. What's his name?
I was trolling hard. I said, yo, Wes, this boy fire.
Out here promoting foolishness. It's what he I don't even remember the name of the song now.
I got
Murder
murder
on
on
My
my
Mind.
mind.
Yeah. I hear with this tomfoolery got me listening to this stuff, infected my
Devil
brain.
is
But
around your body, is the devil on the side.
yeah,
Damn.
I'll be
terrible.
back.
But on that note, this has been the Experts About Nothing podcast. Unfortunately,
Thank you. Thank you. Nah, fuck that. Show that comment. You showing everything else.
oh, I'll put that up there. That ain't no problem. Kelvin said Western Most that LJS though. Yes. I'm telling y'all, man, waffle fries treat me good, fish treat me good. I'm happy. I'm good. Know what I'm saying? We out here in these streets.
No, I do not know. In fact, do not know what you're saying. I understand you're speaking the English language, and I comprehend the words that you're putting together in a sentence. So I know what you intend to mean with that sentence. But no, sir, I do not, in fact, know what you mean. No,
I,
unfortunately.
I understand. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. But yeah, I was closing out the show, and I was saying this been the Experts About Nothing podcast, and I've been your host Wesley. Brent, man, what you want to tell the people?
Hey, man, see something, say something. Check out Gifted Hands 08 on Instagram. Link to the website is in her bio. Wes also has a QR code up on the screen. If you take your phone out and hit that, it'll take you directly to the website. And then, of course, we do custom decor. We do charcuterie. We do event planning. You name it, we do it. Ladies and gentlemen, we have 27 days to election. Let's get a plan together. The window for us to register is starting to close. So you're starting to look at provisional ballots and things, which Wesley talked about last week. There's 27 days. We still have time to get plans together. So get your plan together and vote.
And that QR code is on my hat, so you can feel free and scan that as well, and that'll get you to vote.org, and you can check your statuses and all those good things there. And then Byron, man, what you want to tell the people?
Man, you already know, man. Shop Big Dogs only, man. Thank everybody for their support. Site is still up, but I've I ain't been hacked, but um, I've been going through some troubles with the site, trying to log into, some of the admin part. So that's been so. If there's been a few orders that might be delayed, but I throw some free stuff in. That's pretty much it, man. I appreciate everybody who like, comment, subscribe, purchase, comment, whatever they do, man. I appreciate that, man. Appreciate
Byron,
everything.
we didn't talk about your cybersecurity. Why you keep getting hacked, bro? This ain't the first time you got hacked.
No, first time was my fault. This time is still my fault, but when I switched my phone, it locked my account out because I was trying to log into
I should have just
with the
went to sleep.
iPhone,
Uh-huh.
and it locked me out. So now I'm talking to Shopify of getting
Oh, okay. Well, that's
trying to get
different.
in.
Okay, that's different.
Yeah,
Okay.
the first time I genuinely I really got hacked. Like I got hacked because I checked the email and they started putting up crazy stuff on my page, and then they got my page blocked, and then they hacked into my PayPal, and they started spending money on my PayPal.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's better, man. I was concerned for a second. All right, Durante, man. What you want to tell the people?
Hey, hold on, wait a minute.
Everybody got their cup sipping, waiting on
Oh,
you
all
to say
right.
some crazy shit.
Look, y'all stay safe. Much love to everybody. October 11th is a national holiday. Y'all definitely take off on that day.
What?
My birthday.
It's Friday too? What?
Yeah, yeah, y'all definitely take off that day. Y'all need my cash app. Uh, Rakim11 and cash app. I take only anything above 20. Um, actually 30. Fuck that.
Wait,
Might
what?
as well say 35. What?
I take anything above
Nah,
$35.
Byron, 50. Hit him with the 50. Hit him with the
Yeah,
50
hey,
piece.
fuck it,
Nah,
50. It's
50.
like, nah. But now for y'all stay
Nah,
safe,
50
be
you
good.
pushing. That's anybody.
Um, wash your hands, brush your teeth, and just because it's starting to get a little cooler, that don't mean you ain't gotta wash your ass. Wash that thing. Wash it. Seriously, wash it.
Mm,
And don't use the rain. Okay.
mm.
Y'all be sure to hit my man's cash app. I
Yeah,
ain't
hit the
sending him
cash
nothing. The
app.
last time I sent him something, he returned it, so I can't send him nothing no more.
No, you
My
sent me
cash out don't
something.
work like that no more.
Shut up. You sent me something for the mac and cheese. I sent it back because I felt bad for trying to go get Panera mac and cheese.
Hey, whenever you once my cash out get returned one time, it don't send money no more. It's crazy how that work. Anyway, uh, what's that say?
Crazy work.
Rock him 11. So y'all be sure
Yeah,
to hit my
y'all check
man
that.
up.
Yeah, I even take early presents. I mean, look, I was sitting that's cool. Don't wait till Friday. You know what I mean? It was like, nah,
I'm gonna wait till the
just,
18th and wish you happy birthday.
just, I'm gonna shoot you. Just take it, just take it, God, for another year. Lord's will, I see another year. That's all. It's just another. I can say it's just another day, but thankful for another birthday.
shout out to
Me and Cardi
Durante.
B got the same birthday too, by the way. Y'all were talking about Cardi B earlier.
Oh,
Shout out
two
to
thoughts. Two
Durante.
thoughts. Oh my god.
That's insane that you even
Oh.
put me in this category. I'm getting off this fucking phone.
Woo.
Durante, you be out here in these streets like that? Because I mean, they got a rumor about her and Stephon Diggs and the 8th month pregnancy. I don't know if that's true or
I
not.
believe it. That's the bad
But
part.
well, I mean, Stephon Diggs be out here in these streets. He ain't never met nobody. He ain't trying to.
All of Minnesota said they won't let that man date their sister. I'm like,
That's
that's
right. He probably was running around all of Minnesota too, but that ain't none of
Wait,
my business.
is that why he had to keep moving teams? Because he get the women in the cities riled up. It ain't even about the quarterbacks or the teams. He just get all the women riled up. He had to move.
I
I
mean,
think so.
he got some kids out here. But anyway, that's not here nor there. This being the Experts About Nothing podcast. I appreciate everybody for joining us. If you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe to the show. If you missed something, go back and watch it. Check it out later in the week. Tell your friends about us. All that stuff, man. Get us some more viewers and tell them to come and join the conversation. Um, as we said earlier, if you're not registered to vote, you scan the hat and go check on that, get that taken care of. With all that being said, this has been the Experts About Nothing podcast, and we out.